Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam yashala. Koholoim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Bahashim Rchahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's all here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Hanan Nawah, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And wanted to touch on, boy, I tell you, Eve out here wilding the hell out, but them spirits of vengeance are deep. And this is an article I seen earlier. It says toddler 3 deleted after woman stabs boy in the face in random supermarket parking lot attack. So, I guess we'll see what else will come out on it. But from what they're saying in this article, she just randomly just done this shit. Yup, hit the little boy up and the mom. And I'm not sure if these are, because she appears to be an Eve, of course, Judah, whatever, Southern Kingdom. Maybe not, maybe so, you know what I'm saying, because we can't just do the color thing. But she appears to be a so-called black woman, I'll just say that. 32 years old. They haven't said, you know what I'm saying, so we don't know if these are so-called black child and women that she stabbed. We don't know if it's Edomites, but anyway, the point that I wanted to get in, we'll see what's going on with it later on, but the point I wanted to get is, that one of the things that Yahushua spoke of that would be happening in the last days, when the disciples asked him, before his coming, what would be going down. One of those things was, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And, that's a cold thing, man. When you can you imagine that 10 years? Probably, maybe, I can't even say 10 years ago, but definitely, let's say, for instance, 1940s, 1950s, shit was happening. But can you imagine you just at the supermarket and somebody just randomly walks up and just start jugging your child, man, with a damn knife? And you know what? There's been a lot of that shit going on lately. People, see, they was talking about getting rid of those guns. Biden going real hard about, the gun thing, because there was a lot of school shootings, a lot of mass shootings, so to speak. But the past couple of mass killings, so to speak, been with knives. You just had that guy that done the mass stabbing in the AMC theater with those girls and a couple other people. I think he deleted like 6 people. The guy over in that just killed a police officer, I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago over in wherever the protest was at. It wasn't this country, but they had him live in action with the knife piece, man. And that's kind of spiritual though, because that's pretty much the sword that Esau created, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau is the creator of that sword, or the Lord gave him the ability to create the sword. And he's a weapon builder, but it seems to be going back to his original state. The original way of him, even with Cain. When Cain deleted Abel, that was, what I think Cain's name, let me see, Salakia. I think his name goes into weapon or let me see, Salakia, bear with me here. But it's spiritual that, this thing is going back to the beginning of where it started. Cain, man, the very first deleter, or the very first, the very first person to delete somebody. And not only to delete somebody, but his own brother, So let's see what his name means in the Hebrew. It's Qayan. H70:14, possession, eldest son of Adam and Eve, and first murderer, having murdered his brother Abel. Kenite, smiths, and that word smith goes off into weapon maker. He created the smith, you know what I'm saying, and the waster. Let me see what else they got. Chayan, the same as H70:13, with a play upon the affinity of H.7069. The name of the first child also of a place in Palestine and of original tribes, Kenites. Okay, so let's see this first one. 870 and 13. Spear. See that? That's what it falls back to. Spear. From the original sense of fixity, a lance, as striking fast. Right? Let's go back to this other one. 78, 70, 69. To get, acquire, create, buy, possess. To get, acquire, obtain. Let's see here. Primitive root, to erect, create, by extension, to procure, especially by purchase, sale. Okay, all right. So that was that secondary definition. But this one right here was interesting, though. A spear, to strike. Because really, in reality, a knife is really just a short spear. It's not like it's being thrown, even though you can throw a knife. There are people that are very good at throwing knives. You see them at, circuses and, entertainment venues where some lady will be standing there and her husband will be throwing down, knives all around her and shit, busting balloons and shit like that. So it's a spear, just a shorter spear, really, in a sense, but it's a weapon. But anyway, I just wanted to just touch on that real quick. And it was also interesting that it mentioned Smith. Let's get that real quick. Where was it at? Where did I see it at? What was it, that other word? Slovakia. Let me see here. Was it this one? Okay, so Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith. Let me go into it. Remember that word, that name went into smith. And a smith, like a smith is like someone he's like an artificer or like he designs or, beats, old school. If you go back to the old school, they will put iron and fire, you know what I'm saying, and keep on beating on it and make it into a sword or whatever kind of weapon that they want. They forger or a forger of weapons, basically. They do that with all kinds of steel, even with nuclear weapons and whatever weapons, tanks and all that other stuff. They forge it, so to speak. Well, let's see. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Ooh. In the NLT, New Living Translation, it says, I have created the blacksmith, see, who fans the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. And I have created the armies that destroy. So when you see this stuff that's going on out here, because the Lord is a man of war. The Lord created all those things and created those situations and and he give them to whoever he chooses. No? And scripture talks about how he sets up kingdoms and bring down kingdoms. I think that's in Daniel 4. And I know, this is all coming off, but that's the spirit. We just flowing in the spirit. That's coming all off of this lady just out here just jugging with the damn knife, man, in broad daylight. What is that? Trying to think, where is that? Salakia. I'm trying to think where that scripture is at. But the Lord set up kingdoms and bring those and bring kingdoms down. And that's what he's doing right now with Esau. Let me see. I think it's I was in the right chapter. It was chapter 4 and verse 32. Daniel 4 and 32. And they shall drive thee from man, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. And that's the reason why America is on top right now, you know, and they're slowly, well, actually fastly, they're falling, because the Lord set them up, and he's the one that's going to bring them down. And he's going to bring them down with the very sword that he blessed them with, which is beautiful, man. But anyway, yeah, I was already there. Let's go back, though. I wanted to get that word on the smith. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. See, so let's get this first one. The smith is Hara, H2796. A craftsman, artisan, engraver, graver, artificer, graver, artificer, skillful to destroy, warriors. He's okay. It says a fabricator or any material, a carpenter, craftsman, engraver. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You'll have a company. They will say they'll have an idea, and they'll, you know, send that idea to certain places where they will get certain prototypes, so to speak, or designs. And they, you know, they're just like right now, a real popular thing right now is on 3D printing. They're forging something, you know what I'm saying, and making it out of nothing, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, as a weapon of war. And like I said again, the Lord, he is a you know, a man of war. So he uses Esau to create these things, man. And I just found it to be interesting that all these stabbings, those are going back to the original first kill, man, so to speak, man. Because Cain killed Abel with a jagged edge, man. And then you had Tubal Cain. He went off into, he was like really into weapon making and stuff like that, you know, and you know, as time went on. And so as time goes on, Esau, he just has perfected it. He went into the, you know, from a jagged edge to a, you know, a real sword, to a, you know, a damn musket, to a Gatling gun, to a pistol, to a automatic automatic rifle, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Then he took it to a whole nother level with cannons, Black Hawk helicopters, you know, nuclear weapons. Now we're at a point of he's at the top of the weapon making, and the Lord has created him for that very job. And I know I know we was just talking about this lady, man, but you know, this is spirit though. Now the word, let me go back real quick. The word destroyer, no, waster, Salakia, is sabat, to destroy, corrupt, go to ruin, decay, to be marred, be spoiled, be corrupted, be corrupt, be injured, be ruined, be rotten. So it's a lot of definitions to that. But let's get down here. Let's see what. Primitive root, to decay. And what happens to the body when it's you know, struck, you know what I'm saying? It, you know, and that person is deleted. It decays. It's death. It says causatively ruin, literally or figuratively, batter, cast off, corrupter, destroyer, lose, mar, perish. See, that word perish goes off into dying, spill, spoiler, utterly, waste. And that's pretty much what this lady done to this little boy, man. Which, you know, like I said again, you know, I don't know why, you know, Spirit just led me there to go through those things. But I mean, you can clearly see it's gruesome. And this is the lady right here. She's 32 years old. What was going on through her mind, you know, we can never tell. But we do know that the scriptures talks about spirits of vengeance. And the Lord created those spirits for vengeance. And no one dies being innocent. So that little boy, you could say, well, what did he do? Now, scripturally, there's a such thing as reincarnation or regeneration, because there's no such thing as a hell on the ground where your body goes if you're bad, and you know, this heaven place where you just go. Your spirit goes back to the Lord, though. Once you get deleted or you die, pass away, whatever you want to call it, Your body goes to the grave, which is called hell, Sheol. And then your spirit goes back to the Lord that gave it. You stand before the Lord, you get your judgment, because judgment is under the sun, according to Ecclesiastes. And you come back down here and you get your judgment. And that's just like the other day, it was a little 6-year-old boy. No, not 6-year-old, 6-month-old boy got mauled to death by the family pet, family husky. And the elder from Chicago was going into that, right? Well, let's get these spirits of vengeance real quick. Let me pause this real quick. Pause that. I don't want to get no copyright strike. You know, people be playing music. Sometimes the tube will hit you, man. But this is Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. See that? Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And that sword, man, it goes off into a knife, man. It could be a short one, it could be a long one, it could be, you know, like I said again, a spear. You know, it says verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So you have these angels or these spirits that are created for vengeance. And when they get a commandment to go forth and delete somebody, they rejoice over that. Even with a 3-year-old, you know, even with the little boy that, you know, we spoke on. I didn't do a lesson on it, but I seen it. You know, I ended up reading the story. I mean, hey, said the family, they had the dog for like 8 years. And the dog mauled up the 6-month-old, man, in the crib. So, and you can say, well, what did he do? Hey, we don't know what the hell he done, but what we do know is the scripture says that, this is Job 4:7, no one dies being innocent. Job 4:7, remember I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? See? And a lot, it be people, man, be doing a lot of dirty, treacherous shit, man, in past lives, man. The Lord send them back down here, man, and you know, and you never can tell too, even with this lady, because I think this happened in Ohio. Let's see here, happened in Cleveland. Let's see if there's I don't think so, but let's see if there's a death penalty in Cleveland. Either way, she's going to be in there when your house shot come, you know. And that's not a good place to be, man. For real. I prefer to be out here on, you know, on the go. Living out of a tent, backpack, or whatever the case may be, man, when the Lord comes. I don't want to be in a damn FEMA camp. I don't want to be in no jail cell. We don't know our lot, though. You know, we gonna play it out like how he wants us to play it out. But, you know, I won't want to be in no jail cell in the end days. It says the state last carried out an execution on, oh shit, so they got it, I think. More than 5 years ago, currently in Ohio, there are 119 death row inmates with a combined 121 death sentences pending throughout the state. And I don't understand, like, what take them so long? You know, what take you so long? You know they done what they done. You got all the evidence. You got them on microphone. You got them on speaker. You got them on record. You got them on film. You got a written hand letter from them. You got the blood on their shirt. You know what I'm saying? You got the weapon. And then you let these motherfuckers live for 20, 30, 40 years, you know. But I didn't know that they had a death penalty there. So, you know, hey, I highly doubt that, you know, if she get the death penalty, she's more than likely not going to get it before the Lord comes, because we're not seeing this place to last that long. We're not looking for America to last 20 years for a person to be sitting on death row for 20, 30 years. And then all of a sudden they waiting on the governor to call the red phone. No, we're not looking for that. We're looking for this shit to be done with this year, next year, you know, something to that extent. For real. We want out of here. Let me get that scripture too where, you know, I quoted it. Matthew. This is where it's at, man. Yahushua, he mentioned it. He told him what was going to be popping. Matthew 24:3, it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Let me jump to the point. Verse 12, this is what Yahushua said. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That's one of the things that he spoke of. Wars, rumors of wars, famines, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was one of the things that he mentioned. The love of many shall wax cold. Where's the love in jugging a 3-year-old? What, you know what I'm saying? When you think about it, you know there had to have been a spirit, one of the spirits of vengeance. Because, you know, like, unless she knew them, they can maybe find out some new information. But when I read through the story, it was basically like, you know, it was just random. She didn't know them at all. And I'm not sure if that was an Edomite. Because if it was an Edomite, you know, that's going to set these so-called white people in an uproar. Nigga woman, she out here killing white babies. You know? So you just never know on that end, man. And again, we say this all the time. I have to keep on repeating it, man. To walk circumspectly. Because had that lady been looking around, look, you had to be looking around, man. You can't just be, you out in public these days, man. Look, it's too much shit that be going on to not be looking around and checking out your surroundings, man. It's just at a point now where you just got to watch every damn body. Everybody need to get a glance over. Ephesians 5 and 15, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. You have to be circumspect. That word circumspect goes off into being watchful. Not just, you know, spiritually, but physically too. You got to be looking, man. You have to be on the lookout. There's people out here, man, that's just on their phone, being thrown into a fucking van right now. Walking up the street with some goddamn headphones, not looking back, not paying attention. And then next thing you know, you see them on the news. Have you seen such and such? I'm telling you, man, you got to, or I'm telling you, these fucking people are going nuts right now, man. It's something in the air. Ain't no telling what's going on. No telling what's going on, man. It's all manner of wickedness going on through the earth, man. Well, we know what's going on. Salakia for me saying it that way. You know, we know what's going on. We know that it's the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai with these spirits of vengeance moving through the earth because we are getting closer to the end of us getting the fuck out of here. That's why you're starting to see things starting to get more wickeder. And people have gotten immune to that shit. People don't be caring about, they see a story like this, man, and throw a little comment in the comment page, man, and keep their day going. They ain't thinking about nothing like this. They not in no uproar, you know. They'll leave a little bullshit comment, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't no telling what they, what kind of bamboons and dogs they calling this chick, man. But, you know, hey, man, be circumspect when you out here, man. Here you go. You see just a random person like this just walking up just out of nowhere, bro. Yep. It says his mother, Margaret Wood, survived the attack. You know what, though? Let me see. Maybe they got a picture. Let me see. Maybe so, maybe not. They don't normally show the victims and stuff like that. Of course, we know they're not going to show no kid, but maybe they would show her mom. Oh shit. So damn, she got her some Edomites. Yeah, these Edomites about to be pissed. Yeah, she got her some Edomites. Damn. Eve just straight. Oh, see, I didn't know all that. My bad, y'all. I should have done a little more research. I was just thinking that they weren't going to show nothing like this until maybe later. Okay, it says the 3-year-old has been stabbed to deletion and his mother wounded after a crazed woman charged at them outside the supermarket. Margaret Wood, 38, so she was 38, was loading groceries in the back of her car with her son Julian at the supermarket on Olmsted in Cleveland about 3 p.m. This happened in the daytime, 3 p.m., bro. Both were rushed to St. John's Medical Center, but Julian died from a flurry of stab wounds to his back and cheek inflicted as he sat in the shopping trolley. Golly. His mother's injuries were not life-threatening. Police arrested Bianca Ellis, 32, as she was walking away from the scene, still holding a bloody kitchen knife allegedly used in the attack. My goodness gracious. Here's the couple right here. So I'm assuming this is the little boy. God damn, bro. Eve done lost her goddamn mind out here. Heartbreaking photos of the scene show groceries scattered around the parking lot's asphalt where the mother and son were attacked. Julian was born November 2020 when his parents posted adorable photos of him as a newborn being cradled in the arms of his older brother. Detective Sergeant Matthew Beck said North Olmsted police had no motive for the attack, calling it entirely a random act of violence. That's how we know those are spirits of vengeance. See? Spirit of vengeance got on this lady, man, and done that, bro. Ellis was arrested just days earlier on May 30th when police investigating an unrelated incident at a Walmart detained her on a parole violation. When she was released hours later, and on Monday morning, Ellis went to the North Olmsted Police Department to discuss her arrest. So maybe she was pissed about some shit. Beck said she then bought the knife. God damn, she bought the knife from Volunteers of America thrift store. Wow. And walked to the Giant Eagle, where she spotted Wood and her son inside. They did not interact with each other at all, but Ellis allegedly followed them into the car park and charged at them brandishing the knife. Ellis has no known violent criminal history, and her rap sheet only consists of stealing from a nearby Walmart that was reduced to an unauthorized use of property. She was charged with aggravated murder and arraigned in Rocky River Municipal Court on Tuesday afternoon, where her bail was set at $1 million. Police said she could face more charges when the case is presented. Damn. See, I didn't know all that. There you go, man. Just out of the blue. You can just be, doing your thing. Next thing you know, you out of here. Giant Eagle said it was providing counseling to the workers. Damn. So yeah, they can't even go to work. We were heartbroken to learn the passing of the young victim. In yesterday's senseless act of violence, it said, our thoughts are with the child, his mother, and their loved ones during this unimaginable difficult time. The same Giant Eagle was the scene of a murder-suicide on June 25th last year. Okay, so damn, a murder-suicide happened at the same spot? Y'all got some shit going on over in that area. Bernard Smith deleted his ex-wife, Susan Peterson, 63, as she worked at the store before turning the gun on himself 2 decades after they divorced. God damn. 2004, that boy, he still had revenge on his head from 2004. But that's that love of many waxing cold, man. This lady didn't even have a criminal history. And she just out of the blue, just like, fuck it. Hey, bro. Hey, that's those spirits of vengeance, man. You can't get around that. That's those spirits of vengeance. And I seen a video yesterday where, I don't know, man. It's getting climatic, man. Where, where pretty much, you know what I'm saying, these two foes are about to clash, man. Esau and Jacob are about to clash, man. This is what's all boiling down. Because I seen a video yesterday. I wish I still had it. I couldn't play it anyway if I did have it. But this lady, it was a Jake. She was an E, so-called black woman. She appeared to be, let me see. I don't think this was the phone I was using but I can explain it. She appeared, let me see, I want to go. She appeared to be maybe about, man, she couldn't have been no more than about mid-20s, early 30s at best. And it was a so-called white man in her face. Older. He was definitely had to been in his 70s, looked like. But, he was standing right up on her. You know what I'm saying? And she was just kept telling him, to get the fuck out of her face. Get the F out of my face. Get the F out of my face. She kept saying it. Let me see. No, I don't have it in here. This is not the one I don't think. But she kept telling him, get the F out of my face. Get the F out of my face. Man, that so-called white man, he hauled off and slapped the shit out of her. He slapped the shit out of her ass, man. And when I tell you, man, that lady, man, she punched that dude so hard, man. Matter of fact, he slapped her and turned to walk away, which I don't know why he done that, because I was stupid. But she side clocked him from the back. She ain't hit him in the back of the head. She caught him in the jaw, but it was while his head was facing the clocked him. His ass, boo-boo. I'm talking about she hit him hard as shit. He stumbles into the, the restaurant glass, and bumped his head some more, fucking himself up as he falling. But the thing of it was she just kept yelling, "I'm sick of you crackers." Never said nothing like that ever before, it was just that she was at her breaking point. Like for real. and the other, wherever they was, and that's another thing I keep saying, man, stay out of these neighborhoods where so-called white people are they let them go to their restaurants. I know you feel like, okay, I'm an American, I should be able to go to a restaurant and eat, But it was two so-called black ladies. I didn't see not one other so-called black person around. It was none but a crowd of so-called white men and women assisting the old ass so-called the senior citizen that slapped her and shit. But had shit been, gotten, a little rowdy, it could have twisted and turned, like, because they most definitely was in an area that wasn't so-called black area. They was definitely in an area of so-called white people. Two so-called black women. I keep saying that. Walk circumspectly. Stop going to these places. Stop going out at night to these places. Stop going to them bars. Stop going to fucking TGF Fridays and fucking Applebee. Where the fuck you going? Why the fuck is you going to these places, man? You going into these places and there's nothing but them, and you're outnumbered. These people get a couple of drinks in their fucking system and they mad about Trump. These people will whoop your ass, man. But I seen that and I'm like, yup, Jake is riling up, man. So now with this particular situation here, I don't know what the hell was going on, but hey, those spirits of vengeance got busy. And that's that. That's that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna end out there. Walk circumspectly, man, because the Lord is turning up Esau and he's turning up Jacob. And that fight that was going on in the womb of Rebecca is about to continue. For real. It's always been going on. It's not like it ever stopped. Don't get me wrong. But the clash, man, it's about to be a real clash of this shit is like a superhero movie. And you got the X-Men, you got the bad guys, you got the good guys, and this shit is about to be a clash. Considered to be the villain in the movie. The so-called white man. He been winning all along. But see, it's gonna get, you kind of get in the movie where you get that kind of you get a climax in it, where the enemy, he definitely whooping your ass, and then all of a sudden, the end of the movie, he gets demolished. And that's pretty much what's happening out here, man. We're starting to see that play out on the world stage. So, hey man, just pray that the lesson was edifying. With that, Kwame Yashala. Walk.